Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host, Liam, aka Himvar, and today I'll be doing my Liam's Leapings number 80 for the 23rd of March 2024. I actually did record one last week. It was so bad, I deleted it and I didn't upload it. But this week, I'll basically be telling you, I guess, what happened the last 2 weeks. I didn't actually read much at all as far as finishing stuff goes this last week. It's been a very weird a couple of weeks. I'm going to be moving soon. Um, so that has been stressing me out. Also, work has been like, it's still not what I want to be doing, but I guess it pays the bills. Um, and I've been, they've been, okay, how do I say this? I got hired on as an associate. I now work as an operator. I've been working as an operator since 1 month in to being an associate. And so I got associate pay for like 2 months, even though I was working as an operator, associate pay, working as an operator for 2 months, associate pay for 1 month working as an associate. And now they're training me how to be a line owner is what they call it. And I'm pretty much trained for it. Actually, I've done it like 4 times now. But I'm going to have to do it without the line owner helping me out next week. And it's just a little scary, so stressful. But I've been reading a few things, so I'm going to kind of go backwards just because of the stack. Been reading Woden, a lot of Woden. I'm enjoying it a lot. Chapter 3 is huge. I am on page 170 right now, so good progress in Woden. I'm very much enjoying it. Not gripping all the way through, but very gripping for the most part. It's interesting, like when it has language involved, I'm very much interested. When it gets into the art, I'm somewhat interested. And when it's the art for so long, I get a little bored. Anyways, I also started back up the big book of cyberpunk. Tim and I are going to be reading part 3, so we can talk about part 3. It was very nice. I mean, I'm really enjoying the story so far, but it was really awesome reading Coming Attraction again by Fritz Leiber. That's what opens up this section. Part 3 is culture. Such a good story. Coming Attraction is so stinking good. I just can't say enough about it. I've kind of put the Birth Grave on hold. Just have not been that into it for like a week now. I read a very, very little of it last week. It's just going to go on hold for a minute. I was enjoying it. It was just a little dry as all. Let's see. I read one essay here in Old English Philology, which is edited by Leonard Neindorf, Raphael J. Pasquale, and Tom Shippey. I read Tom Shippey's essay in here, which is Beowulf Studies from Tolkien to Folk. Very, very good essay. Shippey is very blunt, kind of goes ham on some scholarship that he does not think is very good in some terms. It is philologically, I don't know, poor, I guess you could say, put it that way. But I haven't read anything else in it so far. I've been meaning to read Old English tradition before I get to Old English philology. Shippey's is literally the last essay in here, so I skipped all the others just to read that first. And then I finished Elminster in Hell. It's been a minute now, but my least favorite Elminster novel, but still good. And that same week, I finished Stormlight, so both books by Ed Greenwood. Very interesting. Stormlight is better in the first 50%. The last bit is just a little bit drawn out battle sequence, which I was not the biggest fan of. But good Forgotten Realms stuff. This is my 97th novel. I think I finished for Forgotten Realms, and 98th. I think for 99, I don't really know what I'll be doing. There's a good chance it'll be Elf Song by Elaine Cunningham, but I'm not 100% sure. For 100, I wanted to do something special, and since this week James M. Ward actually passed away, I was thinking I'd read his. Well, he co-wrote it with Jane Cooper Hong. Read his Pool of Radiance, which is also quite a popular game from back in the day, gold box game, I think. So that'll probably be my 100th one. I also did finish Player of Games by Ian M. Banks, second culture novel. It's actually written before the first one, published after it. At least the first draft was written before the first one. I enjoyed it less than the first one, actually, which is somewhat surprising. I thought I would enjoy it more. It is enjoyable, um, and I am looking forward to book 3. I'm really tired. My And I also finished uh, Eric Bright Eyes. Now, I won't really go into the too many details on these different versions here because I think I mentioned it in my last weekly update, but I would recommend this edited by Tom Shippey one, just so you can get your hand on it. Now, if you do have a chance to get your hands on Eric Bright Eyes 2, whatever it's called, I can't remember. Um, but I think that does match this printing of Eric Bright Eyes. I do have that one. I need to go look. Apparently, Tom Shippey has not read that Eric Bright Eyes 2 or whatever, the retelling of Eric Bright Eyes. Maybe I'll send him my copy. Anyways, I also read Woden and Woodsit by Leonard Nydorf. It was mentioned in this book, Woden, so I thought I'd read that. It was entertaining and very informative. I'll probably be moving. So if you noticed last 2 weeks, I haven't done Poetry Thursday. I should be doing that now on a new channel called Mott and Bailey, with my brother. I meant to have one come up on Thursday and to make a video on this channel telling you about it as well. I got so busy I didn't record any videos this last week. My dad and my younger brother were in town. You can't really see it, but the pack and plays back there's baby's back in our room, or was for when they were visiting. And so that's basically all of last week's stuff. This week I finished Stonehenge 94101, which is a very short story. I found it online. I can't remember what the website is, but it's very much dedicated to Fritz Leiber's stuff. It's a short story attached to Our Lady of Darkness, which is a great horror novel that I read in 2022. I really like short stories, very short, anyways. I also read Replacement for Wilmer, a ghost story. Not my favorite, not the creepiest of Leiber's work. It was published after he died. Maybe there might be a reason for that. But enjoyable enough, very short as well. And also, the only novel I finished was Hardwired by Walter John Williams. It was a pretty good cyberpunk novel. I've only read one other book by Walter John Williams, and that was Implied Spaces. That made my top 10 for last year. A very enjoyable read. Hardwired, while not as enjoyable, I really like the characters and the tone of it. I think it is an enjoyable cyberpunk novel. The other things I'm reading right now, I think the only thing maybe I'm reading, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I know one that I'm not forgetting is Unholy Land by Labi Tidar. Enjoying it. It's my 4th Tidar, and I am enjoying it. Yeah, not much to say so far. I'm not that far in it, so I guess let's see. I finally got back to my novella. Reached out to some artists and some proofreaders. I'm really not sure if I'll get it proofread. It's just expensive. It shouldn't be that expensive to have a book proofread, in my opinion. I did proofreading once, and I got paid. I got compensated via getting the book I proofread for free. I didn't actually get paid, but most of these people are like, and one of the guys was like, you shouldn't just do proofreading. You should do copy editing. And it sounded like he was saying you should do copy editing because you need it, so your excerpt's not very good. Which I am going through and editing again. And I agree necessarily anyways, but it seems to imply that I need copy editing so I could get closer to Robert E. Howard's style. And I was like, I'm not writing to try to imitate Robert E. Howard. I told him I was writing Sword and Sorcery. Maybe he thinks Sword and Sorcery is only Robert E. Howard, which he would be wrong, which is one of the reasons I wrote the book the way I did in the first place. I think Sword and Sorcery needs some spicing up sometimes. Which isn't to say I'm not like trying to change the genre by any means. I freaking finished the story like a year ago. Anyways, I gotta get rid of these books. There's too many on my desk. I did go to the bookstore. My brother was here. I wasn't planning on getting anything. He was just going to look for a copy of God Emperor of Dune. I just went along with him. And when I go to used bookstores, they have a very poor selection of Forgotten Realms novels. This time they had a really good one, so I grabbed every Forgotten Realms novel that I didn't have, it turned out to be a decent amount. Well, one other book I did get though was Songs of the Dying Earth, stories in honor of Jack Vance. This came out in like 2008 or 9. It's edited by George R. R. Martin and Gardner Dozois. I don't know how. I don't know how this person says that name. But I only read the introduction, like the preface. So good so far. I haven't read any of the stories, but it's been one I've been meaning to get. I would like to have it in hardcover. I like the hardcover look of it a lot. This is such a lame cover. People don't know what the heck they're doing with covers these days in a lot of ways. But I don't know what Tor. What were you thinking? But it's quite thick. But I'm a big fan of Vance and his Dying Earth stuff. Sorry for the noise. Let me mute myself. Last Saturday, I played some EverQuest for EverQuest 25th birthday. That was fun. That was last Saturday, but not this Saturday. But I did come out with a review for that. So I got Richard Baker's Corsair and Avenger. I think book 1 in the series is Blades of the Moon Sea. It's the 4th edition books, so they're not as good normally, and there's not as many printed. Book 1 is the Sword Mage. I think I don't have it. These are actually pretty rough, like hard to come by. I'd have to look and see exactly how expensive they are normally. I've seen this one though expensive, really expensive. I actually bought a copy of this same book at the same bookstore like last year. But this looks way better. The other copy is like an ex-library copy and it's in garbage condition. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have bought a second copy of it. Then Best of the Realms 3, The Stories of Elaine Cunningham. Looking forward to reading this one. I've read Best of the Realms 2, The Stories of Ed Greenwood. Best of the Realms 1 is R.A. Salvatore. I'm not really looking forward to that one. Another hard to find one, Bruce R. Cardell's Plague of Spells, another 4th edition one about the Abolithic sovereignty. In fact, that's the trilogy. It's part of I only found book 1, but now I can go and find the other ones. The Edge of Chaos by Jack Koch or something like that. This is one of the Wilds books. I'm not sure. They're all pretty much standalones, like a lot of the other Forgotten Realms series are, like the Dungeons, the Rogues, the Priests, the Lost Empires, whatever it is, right? And then we have the Chosen of Nindawan, book 3. So the last one in the series. The very oddly oriented art, sideways. Very good art, just oriented sideways. I don't have any of these other ones. Mark Sehested, I don't feel like he wrote that much Forgotten Realms stuff besides that series. And I did actually find 3 of the Rogues. Which one am I missing? The Alabaster Staff or something like that? I don't remember what it's called. It's something like that. But we got the Crimson Gold. I don't know what's going on here. We got the Black Bouquet. And then we have the Yellow Silk. So I don't know much about these besides the fact that they're Forgotten Realms novels, and I want to read them because they're Forgotten Realms novels. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see what we got. The Port City of Spandelion. I am not even sure I know what that is. These are probably late 3rd edition novels, which start going off in interesting places, and then they just get terrible in 4th edition because they go way too far. But now I'm just rambling, talking too long, and I'm exceptionally tired. The Realm of Thay. Ooh. And I really looked at them. What's the Black Bouquet? What's it got at the front? It's got the map of Obel, Oebl. I don't even know where BLE. I don't even know where that is. I can't wait. Anyways, let me know how your couple weeks have been. Hopefully, they've been good. You deserve it.